Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Day to Day, the podcast where we explore the joys and challenges of everyday life. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Whether it's personal growth, navigating relationships, or just tackling the chaos of the day, we're here to talk about it all and hopefully help you along the way.
So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever keeps you going.
And let's dive into today's episode.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back. So today we've got something super interesting to dive into: friendship and the sometimes surprising emotion of jealousy that can creep its way in.
Ah, yes, jealousy in friendships. That's something we don't often like to admit, right? It's like that unwelcome guest nobody wants to talk about.
Exactly. But well, it turns out that feeling jealous may actually stem from admiration or recognition of something good in your friend. Isn't that kind of fascinating?
It really is. And it's kind of comforting too. Like realizing that jealousy doesn't mean your friendship is fake. It's more about seeing someone's success and thinking, why can't I have that too?
Right. There's this interesting story about a woman, let's call her A, who felt a bit out of sorts when her friend B got accepted into a school abroad, a school they both dreamed of getting into.
So what happened with A? Was she just plain jealous and nothing else?
Well, initially A was genuinely happy for B and even celebrated her achievement. But then came this wave of self-doubt and, yes, jealousy. She started questioning herself, like, why wasn't she achieving the same?
I think that's something many of us can empathize with. It's like your friend's success becomes this mirror reflecting your own insecurities and what you haven't accomplished yet.
And it doesn't help that our society often views jealousy as a completely negative emotion. But really, it has layers. It's mixed with self-reflection and sometimes a desire to achieve similar things.
Exactly. There's even research suggesting jealousy points to something deeper, a sort of recognition or admiration. Like subconsciously we're saying, I wish I could be like that too.
And it's also about that fear of being left behind, isn't it? Like when you worry that differences in achievements might actually distance you from a friend.
Which is tough because friendships often start with that sense of shared experience, like being in the same life stage or having similar dreams.
Definitely. And when those paths start to diverge, it can feel like a crack in the friendship. But maybe it's really about how we handle that divergence, understanding and accepting those feelings.
Handling jealousy in a healthy way seems to matter a lot. Instead of letting it fester, acknowledging it, maybe even sharing it with your friend if appropriate, could be a game changer.
It's like what our guest expert from the article said: jealousy doesn't have to evolve into envy, which is actually much more destructive. It's about managing that emotional cocktail and keeping it from poisoning the friendship.
Ah, the classic Ron Weasley struggle. Remember how in the Harry Potter series, Ron battles with his jealousy, but ultimately his friendship with Harry pulls through?
Absolutely. And that's what makes Ron such a relatable character. His journey shows us how grappling with these emotions can actually deepen friendships rather than destroy them.
So what can we take from all of this in real life terms?
I think it's about being honest with ourselves, recognizing jealousy as part of our emotional landscape rather than an enemy. And perhaps most importantly, taking steps to appreciate and communicate with our friends as pathways to stronger bonds.
Well said. It's also good to remember that none of us are perfect, and these emotional struggles are just part of being human.
Exactly. And if you have a friend whose achievements make you feel a bit inadequate, instead of stewing in silence, maybe let them know how much you appreciate and admire them. That can only make a friendship stronger.
I think that's both brave and empowering. So folks, maybe next time we catch ourselves feeling that green-eyed monster stirring, let's use it as a moment to deepen our connections instead.
And maybe even share this podcast with a friend as a conversation starter about these complicated yet profound feelings that friendship brings. Until next time.